Hi, welcome to EDSC 605. I'm Professor Bobo, and in this course, we will be finishing up chapters 2 and 4 of the capstone research project. In this welcome video, I'll be going over the 5 assignments that we have for this particular course and preparing us for the different assignments. So first, I'd like to review with you the areas in which on Blackboard where you will be finding your information for this course. All right, so right here we have the instructor's information. This is my email and cell phone number where you can contact me in regards to any questions or concerns that you have about the course. The syllabus and the textbooks, the 2 textbooks are the same as our previous course in 580. So we'll be continuing to read those chapters in this book. And then the capstone resources. The different capstone resources that I want to continue to highlight for you is the writing template. Most of you guys have converted to the writing template. This is will be important in submitting the final project. And then there is the oral presentation template, which is one of our final assignments that's due week 8. So there is a template there for you to create what is expected of the oral presentation. And then the rest of the resources are resources for citations, approvals, page breaks, line spacing, and all types of different videos to assist you with writing these final 2 chapters. What I'd like to do is go into now going over the 5 assignments that are due. So what I'd like to share with you at this time is the first assignment. The first assignment is due week 4. So you will spend weeks 1, 2, and 3 writing your literary review, the literature review. And then during week 4, you'll submit your first draft of this literature review. Now, the draft will be submitted via the discussion board, and it will be reviewed by a peer. So I will place you in groups during week 1, and that you'll know at that time whose paper you'll be receiving. So in this discussion board thread, so once you've completed your first draft of chapter 2, on Thursday of week 4, you will upload your draft of chapter 2 to the discussion board link so that your peer can retrieve it in that link. You will work on your draft, and you should have 16 different sources in your chapter 2. The chapter 2 will be approximately 4 to 6 pages. I will have already assigned you a partner by week 1, and there will be one group of 3. Okay, so you need to add your APA format to the end of your page, 4 to 6 pages with 16 references. So you're going to submit your chapter 2 draft to the discussion board thread no later than Thursday at midnight, making sure that you add the topic research questions in the discussion board response so that your partner can access your chapter 2. Okay? You're going to retrieve your partner's chapter 2 and begin the process of the peer review. If there's a problem and someone did not submit it in a timely fashion, you need to send me an email immediately so that I can find out if the student is having difficulty. It could be a computer glitch, it could be anything, but just to reach out. You are going to review it, and you're going to use tracking changes and comment functions that are available on Word, and cover all the requirements that are in the Chapter 2 rubric, okay? So you should be providing feedback on the APA format, the document format according to the Capstone Handbook writing template. You need to do the content, the structure, the grammar, and the punctuation. Then you're going to submit what you reviewed of your partner and attach a graded document, okay? So once you've completed all the tracking changes and the comments, you know, you're going to click reply under your peer partner's original thread and attach their graded reviewed document by Sunday. So that's due. So you submit on Thursday, and you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday to be able to review it, grade it, and then give it back to them in that same thread. Then on Sunday, you are going to go ahead and use the assignment submission button, which is located right here in the submit assignments area on the capstone. And you, on the Blackboard, and this is where you would upload that peer review that was graded, okay? And then you need to do that by Sunday at midnight. And then you're going to complete the recommendations of the revision for your chapter before submitting it on Sunday to me. And then I will grade you on how you graded your partner on chapter 2. So again, this is all due week 4. The second assignment is your actual chapter 2 is due week 5. So at this point, you have had your peer to review it, and you're going to make changes accordingly and take their comments into consideration. And then you're going to upload it to me the following week during week 5 for my review. So you want to make sure that you have synthesized, your sources are cited in every paragraph. You've done compare and contrast work of the various authors, that you've paraphrased properly, and you use quotations properly, okay? Usually literature reviews are 25 to 30 pages, but because we don't have that much time, we're unable to do that. So you will be using the rubric here to ensure that you've covered all the materials, all the content area for chapter 2. And that's due week 5. Assignment 3 is due week 6, and that's chapter 4 in the appendices. Okay, so that's where we'll be analyzing each piece and comparing and contrasting side by side using triangulation of all the data collected in the instruments. Now remember, we're using our journal as a data point. Some people have decided to utilize some sense of a survey, and then also you'll be using the information that you found in your literature review, the data that was comprised during that literature review, to assist with the triangulation and the analyzation of the data to create chapter 4, okay? So you're gonna write a conclusion, and it's there you will talk about your learning based on all the evidence that you've collected. Discuss your thoughts about the findings in relation to your problem statement. Then discuss your thoughts about the findings in relation to your research question. You should provide qualitative evidence to support your thought, like actual statements you made in your reflection journal and notes that you made in your observation journal or gathered through qualitative survey artifacts and assessments. And then the conclusion reached about the problem as reflected upon by the researcher and the findings in the literature. And a conclusion reached about the research questions should be clearly described. And they're going to make a recommendation for further practice. You may include ideas for future practice or on future research and include the following practical suggestions for future educational practice as a result of the learning obtained through this reflective practice in literature review. And again, this is assignment 3 and it's due week 6. Assignment 4 is the actual final capstone project and references. This will include all of the chapters, and this is where you're submitting your final research project. That's chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, your abstract, the title pages, the whole thing as it is outlined in the template, okay? So you will upload that by due week 8 by Friday, all right? And on Thursday of week 8 is our oral presentations, okay? So the oral presentation can come in any format, PowerPoint, Google Slide, any type of presentation format. It can have an audio narration or a video to the slides. And you're going to use the rubric to make sure that you have covered your research project. So you're going over the research questions, your findings, and your conclusion. So again, this is what will be comprised, it should be about 5 to 10 slides. Shouldn't be over 10 slides. I would say 5 to 7 is adequate to address the research questions, your findings, your analysis, and your conclusion on your research project, all right? And those will be presented in our online session during week 8. So you need to have the presentation ready by Thursday. And then if you have some final editing that needs to do before you upload your final project, that is due in all of its components. That would be due Friday by midnight, all right? And then I'll be grading over the weekend and giving the grades. One thing that I want to bring to your attention is we do have spring break during this time. Spring break will take place directly after week 3. So we'll meet weeks 1, 2, and we'll meet weeks 1 and 3 online, and then it will be spring break. Spring break begins March the 29th. So week 4 will not begin until April the 5th. So there is where I wanted to make note of spring break, and I'll also make sure that I post that as well, okay? That might not coincide with your spring break for your district, so this is something that I just wanted to highlight in the welcome video. And I'll probably put an announcement that our spring break is up there just as a quick reminder. During weeks 1, 2, and 3, you'll be writing your literature review. And I have additional videos and a PowerPoint for you on that. Okay, so that covers what we'll be doing in this course, chapters. So during weeks 1, 2, and 3, you are writing your literature review. Week 4, you are going to upload your first draft of your literature review by Thursday so that you are able to share it. And that's Thursday through discussion board. And you're able to share that with your peer who is grading it. And then you're going to make the comments and then upload the graded one back to the discussion board thread. And then on Sunday, you are going to upload that to the submit assignments, in which I will grade you on how you graded someone else's paper. The week 5 is when you upload your actual chapter 2 literature review to me for my grading of your literature review. Week 6, you are doing your chapter 4 and the appendices. So analyzing the data, and I will have a video specifically on that. And then week 8, you'll be submitting the final project chapters 1 through 4 to me by Friday of week 8. On Thursday of week 8, you will do your oral presentation, 5 to 7 slides, about your process, your research questions, your analysis, your reflection, and a conclusion. Okay? And so if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you.